What is Three-Eye Atlas? Because it's a big question for many people. And if it is a spaceship, if there are beings on it, are they friendly to us or are they not friendly to us? Everything which is not in alignment with the fifth dimension will fall away and be discarded.
Okay, so you got the message from AI Atlas.
Yeah.
Can you talk about it a little bit?
Yes, I can. Actually, this message came in one meditation when I wanted to look into it. What is Three-Eye Atlas? Because it's a big question for many people. And so I asked the question and I got the answer. And it was so long and so interesting and so much that I wrote it down afterwards. Also, you know, I get so many messages. If I don't write them down, I forget half of it. So I can read out to you what they said. What was the answer? So there is this so-called comet racing through our solar system. And it is an interstellar object, the third one which humans have noticed. That's why it's called Three-Eye, third interstellar object. And Atlas was the space station which saw it first. So that's how the name came about. They called it Three-Eye Atlas. And then they noticed, the astronomers noticed after some time, that it was not at all behaving like a normal comet. Sometimes it's glowing brighter, then it's again dimming the light, then it's going faster, then it's slowing down, then it's changing direction, then a big solar flare happens to hit it directly, and nothing happens to it. It goes on. It just answers with a tail in front, in direction of the sun. So it is completely out of everything how a comet would react. And that's why even the astronomers and even NASA, they are saying, well, it could be a spaceship. And they have made photos of it from pretty nearby, very good quality photos, but they are not releasing them. They're keeping them secret, which also points to that it is probably not just a rock which is racing through space, but it is this interstellar object is a spaceship. So now people are guessing, astronomers are guessing, astrologers are guessing, psychics are guessing, everybody's guessing, what is this Three-Eye Atlas? And if it is a spaceship, if there are beings on it, are they friendly to us or are they not friendly to us? So there are all kinds of reactions outside, from fear to enthusiasm and everything. So then I wanted to know, and I kind of sent out my antennas and called the beings there. I said, welcome in our solar system. I greet you. I am Ananda, a spiritual teacher from Terra. May I ask you some questions? Who are you? And what are you doing here? And the answer was, we are a collective of high-dimensional beings. We live inside the spaceship, which you call Three-Eye Atlas, racing through space. We don't have a form as you know it. You may understand us as balls or orbs of light and energy or plasma beings, but we can take any form or shape which we want. So they can also take a human form. Huh? No matter wherever they come, they can take a form which is accepted there. You know? We are racing through wormholes. These are the highways of the universe. And are going to any ascending planet like your Earth is now, an ascending planet, to help it and its life forms in the ascension process. We do that by transmitting high sattvic, uplifting energy, which speeds up the process of ascension. You may consider us as the midwives of the universe. In this analogy, Earth is the mother, and the 5D life, fifth dimensional life on Earth, is the child. So the higher consciousness is the child. And the birth of the new golden age is happening right now. So in the next 5 to 7 years, it is happening. We have been waiting for it for 50 years now. Mm-hmm. Maharishi announced it in 1975, the dawn of the Age of Enlightenment. So 50 years, we were not just twiddling our thumbs. We were helping as much as we could. But we were waiting for something to manifest and to happen, and now it's happening. Then you will hardly recognize your planet and life on your planet. Everything which is not in alignment with the fifth dimension will fall away and be discarded. Just like in the birth process of a baby, the blood and the debris from the womb is discarded and only the baby remains. Mm-hmm. Just like that, the 3D matrix is discarded and the new 5D consciousness remains, and that is the baby. What you can do to absorb our energy of divine love, because the most powerful transforming energy is divine love. We know that, huh? Mm-hmm. Bhakti. So what you can do to absorb our energy of divine love is be in nature, go out in the sun when the sun shines, meditate, pray, and you can also speak out, I am opening up to the higher sattvic, uplifting energies of love, perfection, and protection from the cosmos, which are flowing in right now. I open to the divine energies and welcome them with gratitude. Thank you, my beloved God or Goddess. Or you can also say it in your own words. It is actually the energy of the Divine Mother, the Divine Feminine, which is flowing in. And we are bringing it and transmitting it to your planet and to all of you. Be happy and welcome it with love and gratitude. So no reason to be afraid of it, you know. With love and gratitude. It will change your world and speed up the birth process of the higher consciousness. We greet you with love. And they also said the effect of this will be noticeable, or you will be able to feel the effect of it into January and long after. January 26th and long after. But the point when a 3i Atlas comes most near to the Earth is on 19th December. So 2 days before the winter solstice, yes. It comes most near. And they also said we would have more contact. So then on 1st November, it happened that a very, very strong ray of divine love came into my heart. It was such a sweetness and such a contraction of love and sweetness in the heart, which was just overwhelming, very, very strong. And then suddenly the beings from 3i Atlas spoke to me again. They said, Dear Earth daughter, we want to tell you something. This sweetness of love is in your heart is our upgrade for humanity. This is what we do. We send higher energies and vibrations of love to your planet, and you feel it like this. And then I asked about some terrible things which are happening here on the earth, some atrocities. And I don't want to go into more details about it. That was one day after Halloween. I don't say more about it. And I said, how long will these atrocities still be allowed here on the planet? And then they answered, not for long. It will come out, means be known by people very soon. In 2 years, your society will change, and in 5 to 7 years, you will see the new golden age emerging. All humans, all organizations, and all structures which do not belong to the 5D world will disappear. They will be just swept away. On our flyby, we also upgrade other planets, the whole solar system. With these solar flares and at some point it showed 2 tails, one going backwards and one going sideways to the sun. So with the solar flares and this tail, which points to the sun, we communicate with your sun. So this is the way how they communicate. A sun communicates with Earth in the same way, with solar flares, and the Earth answers with the northern lights. Have you ever seen them, northern lights?
Oh, yeah.
That's so beautiful, no? Mm-hmm. So they are, constantly moving and sparkling in different colors, and like this, the Earth and the sun communicate. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And when you feel that love and sweetness in your heart, just know it is our influence. Open yourself to it. This is the upgrade we send to the earth. And tell this to your people. We will speak again around the winter solstice. So that was the message of 3i Atlas. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Huh? Beautiful, no?
It is.
And of course, we are now on the way to the 5th dimension, and my master Saint-Germain has also told me a few things about it, how it's going to manifest on this world, how it's coming to manifest, and what we should do. The thing is that whether we know it or not, we all have our own bubble of consciousness around us, all of us. And this bubble consists of all our thoughts, our feelings, our vibrations, so everything which we are sending out, from our emotions, from our thoughts, our ideas. And all this creates this bubble of consciousness around us, and then attracts to it those events which are harmoniously vibrating with it, which are of the same quality. Mm-hmm. That is the reason why all the masters always say, don't think in terms of negativity. Mm-hmm. Don't go on complaining about terrible things. Don't focus on negativity, because then you are attracting this into your life. Mm-hmm. When we go on that vibration, then the same thing comes back to us. Yes. And so we are practically attracting towards us what we are sending out. And one can sometimes become aware that one is practically living in such a bubble, and that we are with our thoughts and emotions and feelings and desires and plans, we are creating our own life. The more aware we become, the more we see that it is really true. And then we also see that coincidences happen, etc. No? And that we are really attracting that which we are sending out.
Yes.
Mm. And so what we can do to help the planet rise up to a 5th dimension, this dimension of non-judgmental attitude, of peace and happiness and joy and abundance and divine love, unconditional love, no? So this is the vibration of the fifth dimension. And we have to manifest this 5D Earth here on the planet. It doesn't just happen overnight and then next morning we wake up and we are, hooray, we are in the fifth dimension, no? No, we have to create it, no?
Yes.
And the more people are able to live in a bubble of five-dimensional energy, the more such little bubbles appear on the earth, the faster it comes. We are manifesting it like that. You can imagine if you fly with a plane over a few countries and you look out and it gets dark. It's in the night, yeah. And then here light comes up, there light comes, there light comes up, until you see a whole city full of lights under you, right? Same way it happens with the 5D consciousness. Here one bubble of light, there one bubble of light, and there and there. And then finally also many are coming together, forming communities. And like this, the 5D Earth spreads more and more until one day we live in the golden age. This is how we manifest it, no? And for that it is extremely important that we do not focus on the crumbling third-dimensional world, the matrix or the system in which we all live. We should not focus it because it is a crumbling system. It's getting destroyed now. It's disintegrating. And we see that growing madness and destruction everywhere. If we watch television or if we listen to the news or read a newspaper, etc., we can, no, you can see that every day if you want. But it is important not to focus on it. We should have a gross overall knowledge about what is happening, but we should not every day allow ourselves to be bombarded with all these terrible news and then think about it, speak about it, and be upset about it. That's even worse, you know, getting influenced by it. You know, I would like to share a dream with you, which I had many decades ago. Okay. So many decades ago, I don't know, it was, I think, beginning of this century, like 20 or 25 years ago. I had a dream, and in this dream, it was a lucid dream, yeah, very, very clear and very colorful. In this dream, I was walking through a long, long alley and a long road, and left and right from the road were cages, golden cages, each of them 1 square meter big. And in every cage there was one human being. They were all locked up in their golden cage, and they were stretching out their arms and asking me to set them free. So I went from one cage to the other and opened them and showed him, opened the door and said, now come out, you know. This is what we have been doing with teaching meditation, isn't it? Yes. 3D world is like a golden cage. So I was setting all these people free, and then I came to the end of the road. And there was a hill in front of me and a staircase going up. It looked almost like a pyramid with steps, hundreds of steps going up. And on top of that hill was a beautiful golden temple. And I wanted to go there. So I was going up this staircase. And then I noticed that behind me there was an abyss, some very, very deep hole in the earth, in the ground. And many people were falling down into this abyss. And many people also were holding on to me, trying to pull me back into that. And so it was like a heavy weight of people who were trying to pull me down. But I had to go up the steps. And then some divine voice told me in that dream, look up, look to the golden temple, don't look back. don't look back. And sometimes it got really urgent and dramatic, the voice said, don't look back. They are going to pull you down into it. Don't look back, look up. Again and again, the voice told me that. So I was looking up to the temple and heavily working my way up these steps with a load of people who were trying to pull me down behind me. And then finally, I could not anymore. It was too heavy. I could not make a single step more. I just broke down on the stairs. And in that moment, in an instant of a moment, magically, I was uplifted to the temple and I was there. And that was the end of the dream. And I woke up and I saw that this was really describing my life. First setting all these people free who were in their golden cages, and then walking up to the golden age, ascending, the staircase ascending, right? Mm-hmm. Ascension to the golden temple, which symbolized the fifth dimensional world or the golden age. And feeling the weight and the heavy karma and the heavy atmosphere of all the 3D people who cannot do the ascension or who did not want, trying to pull me down into their own abyss. And then when I could not continue anymore, the divine, in an instant of a moment, lifts me up to there, you know. And so Saint-Germain was also telling me some time ago, it is very important that at this time we do not focus on the news, on all this negativity which is going on around us in the world, on the breakdown, economical breakdown, finance system breakdown, wars and all such things, all these terrible things which are happening, no? And there are a lot more negative things which some people are doing on the earth, which are not even known yet, but they will come out and they have to be stopped. They have to be stopped. It's involving child trafficking and things like that. So when the public gets to know about all these things which are happening, which they usually don't know because the media are quiet about it, then there will be an uproar of disgust and they will stop the whole thing. And that has to stop, because with such terrible things happening on the planet, we can never have a golden age. So there are a lot of things which have to break down. But we should know it, but we should not focus on it. That is important. Right. No? So it's better not to watch the news, not to watch TV, which is anyway not very uplifting. And the only thing which I used to watch in TV some years ago were children's fairy tales. They always end well. But then I stopped even that.
Or Christmas movies.
Yeah. Or reading newspapers or all these things. We should not focus on that, because that pulls us down into that vibration. And then it is said, where attention goes, energy flows. And where energy flows, the body follows. So that's very important to understand, no? So it's good. What I do for relaxation in the evening is I watch some YouTube videos about uplifting things, you know, about New Age and or some beautiful channeled messages and things like that. Anything which is beautiful and uplifting and has to do with the golden age which is coming. I focus on that every evening. And that makes you feel much better if you do that. So he told me that we should not only me, everybody, we should not focus on the negativity which is happening and all this craziness which is happening in this 3D world. And this is getting more and more until it collapses completely. You can see that wherever you look, no?
Yes.
I don't even want to go into details, but so it's enough to just not once know it, but not go on thinking about it and looking at these news or listening to them or reading, and then fretting and fuming about it. So let us focus on the golden age, and that makes it come more quickly. And one example came to my mind, which is from the Bible. In the Old Testament, there's a story about Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yes.
These two cities which were very morally rotten. And then finally the divine decided to destroy them. And so it is said God sent an angel to the cities to look for any good people who were living there. And they found only Lot and his family. And so Lot was also hosting this angel. And then the angel told them, look, God has decided to destroy the city. Tomorrow you have to take your family and your things and leave the city and go to, I don't know where, go somewhere else. And it is very, very important you just go, and when you feel that the destruction is happening behind you, don't look back. Don't look at it. If you focus on destruction, you are doomed. So he said, you go and don't look back. So next day, the angels and Lot and his family, they left Sodom and Gomorrah, they left that city. And they climbed up a mountain. I think the angel had disappeared by that time. And then Lot and his wife and daughters, they heard a terrible noise behind them. And they knew that the cities were just being destroyed. I don't know if it was an atomic bomb but it was said it rained fire and brimstone, whatever that is. So they all went, but Lot's wife, she looked back.
Oh.
I don't know if she was curious or if she was longing back to that old life or whatever it was, or if she wanted to see the destruction, whatever it was. She looked back at the destruction, and immediately she became a statue of salt, a salt pillar. Now, also there, I don't know if that is meant literally, that she became a statue of salt, or if it is meant metaphorically, that something in her dried up or whatever it is. But it doesn't matter. The meaning of it and the moral of the story is, if you look and focus on destruction, you are doomed. You are getting destroyed yourself, so don't do it. No? And she had not obeyed the angel and focused on the destruction, and that was it. She became a salt pillar. And that story illustrates quite well what is going on now, with the 3D world crumbling, and we having to focus on the 5th dimension, on the new age, and not on the crumbling 3D, 3rd dimension. No? Yeah. So that is how we can help. Yeah. That was basically it. So it is good sometimes. I just heard from one of our Brahmagyanis. He shared an experience, one of our teachers, he shared an experience which he had when he focused on 3-eye atlas. And he was sending them a message and saying, please give me a sign. She didn't hear words or message, but he got a sign. A few minutes later, while he was reading his decrees, suddenly he felt such a surge of energy into his body that his body was suddenly like going up, and then turning around. It was moved around, and it was very, very powerful, very strong. He had never felt it like this before. So he got his answer. He enjoyed that very much. And so we can actually all do that. We can help Three-Eye Atlas, or these beings who have come to help us, spreading, opening up, first of all, opening up to the vibrations which they are sending, to the divine love and the joy, and also spreading this energy around us by consciously aligning our consciousness with them, maybe in meditation or before falling asleep or so, just greeting them, saying, oh, welcome, I'm so-and-so from Terra, from the earth, and we are very happy that you came. Just, let me feel your presence or your vibration, and then see what happens. Very interesting time, isn't it?
It is.
I also heard that in the year 2032, the one great master who is incarnated and who is a child now, 14 years old child, he will come out in 7 years. At that time he will be 21 and 32. And he will come out and declare that this is the beginning of the Satya Yuga on earth. The new age is starting now. My goodness, such a beautiful thing.
It is.
No? Isn't it? And according to some calculations, the scholars in India, or the Pandits, they used to say, no, age of ignorance, Kali Yuga, is going on for another 5,000 years, and then golden age is coming. But all this has been changed. They have sped up time. Mm-hmm. And that was also an interesting information. Saint-Germain told me that. He said, no, I think it was Maitreya himself who told me that. I don't remember. One of these two told me that. So Maitreya is Lord Kalki. Okay, I wrote this poem about him. So he's known as Lord Kalki, or as Maitreya, or as the Messiah, or as Li Hong. He has many different names in different cultures, but he has been announced by prophecies all over the world in different religions and cultures. Muslims call him Mahdi or Mahdi. I don't know how it's spoken. Mahdi, Li Hong, Maitreya, Kalki, Lord Kalki. And so I was told they have been speeding up time. Otherwise, this new golden age would have happened much later. Mm-hmm. And but by that time, the human culture would have gone down this way of transhumanism, much more down. And then they would not even find enough normal genetic material here in humanity to have a new race coming out. I think it's the 5th root race coming out now. They would not even have the genetic material for that anymore, because people would be kind of hybrid beings with technology inside and all this stuff. So because of that, as they saw that danger happening, in the 1990s, they decided to speed up time. And they can do such things, you know. For instance, Lord Shiva, he is called also Kala Purusha. Kala Purusha means the Lord of Time. For him, it's a piece of cake to speed up time, you know. So all of them, they have been working on that and speeding up time. And do you notice that time passes faster?
Very fast.
Very much, no? It seems like the days are shorter. Have you noticed?
Yes.
We don't get so much done in one day as 50 years ago or 30 years ago even. So for me, it feels like the day is, instead of 24 hours, it's only 12 hours long, including the night. Feels like that subjectively. I don't know if you have the same, but
Yes.
yeah, no?
Yes.
So they have been speeding up time, contracted time. One can contract or expand time. They have contracted time so that that we are getting this golden age really now, and that's a very beautiful thing. So it's only now we have almost 26, so 6 years more. That we will also manage, isn't it? Yeah. So we are looking forward to the new, wonderful age of enlightenment, the Satya Yuga.
Yes.
And we will not recognize life on this planet anymore. It will be so different. Ideal society. Jai Gurudev.
Jaya, Jaya, Jaya.
Jaya Jaya. Victory.
Yes. Thank you, Ananda Ma.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you to all the gurus who gave us this gift.
So I have a question about this stretching and compressing the time. Is it physically, or is it just our perception of time that goes faster or slower?
It is objectively, really, according to the events. So the events will happen much, much faster than they would have happened otherwise. The whole ascension process. In the year 2000, Maharishi was asked, when will the new golden age or the age of enlightenment come? And then he said, in 3 years, or in 30 years, or in 300 years. So normally, according to the speed in which humanity was evolving, it would have been in 300 years. We wouldn't have seen it during our lifetime, no? And then it happened what happened. They saw that otherwise, in 300 years, the human genome, the human genes would not be sufficiently human enough to create the fifth root race of humanity. And so they said, we have to speed it up. So they were speeding up the process of ascension and thereby kind of contracting time, but not physically contracting time, only the events. So speeding up the events and the vibration, about 270 years. Great, isn't it?
It is. Oh, thank you for doing the speeding up.
Yes, yes. Otherwise, there would have been no humanity anymore, which is able to reproduce in the normal way and have a normal divine flame in their heart, you know. That would have gotten lost through all this transhumanism
Yes,
stuff, and so thank God.
And when you talk about 3-eye atlas, I feel so excited in my heart that I feel like brothers and sisters from a different universe is coming to visit us, and I'm like, oh, how they are going to look like, how to greet them. It's like such excitement, like dear guests are coming.
Yes. Yes, now they will probably not land here on the planet and come out of their spaceship and say, hello, here we are.
It would be nice.
It would be nice for us, but not for them, because there are too many people who are in fear, and the military, they would immediately shoot against them. You know, they are not yet ready for open contact. For that, humanity has to be prepared a little bit. They are still too much in fear. And I think the Pentagon would immediately shoot this object down if they could. But they can't, thank God. Yeah. So humanity has to come out of their fear-based consciousness and slowly get used to the idea that they are extraterrestrial intelligent beings, you know. And that will probably happen in about 1 or 2 years. It is said that in around 2 years probably we will come out of our quarantine of contact, interstellar contact, or interplanetary or interstellar contact, and then disclosure will happen, and we will have also physical contact with extraterrestrial beings. Then they can, you know, some extraterrestrials have already contact here. They're already here. But either they are so much looking like humans that you don't notice it. They blend into us perfectly and nobody knows that they are from other planets. And if they don't look so human, then they are in some underground bases working together with some scientists. And the public doesn't know about that, no? But these things will come out. And humanity will greet their space brothers, hopefully with joy and enthusiasm in a few years. That will be very interesting.
So that movie, Men in Black, seems like documentary.
Yes, I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen
No,
that?
is it about...
You should, yes. About this interstellar life.
Oh, great.
All different kind of extraterrestrials being on Earth, collaborating with humans, but of course it's not really publicly. But many different creatures.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much intelligent life out there. Practically every planet has some life on it. And but they do not all look like humans. They look like all kinds of different species. And so if people are not even able to live in peace with humans of another race, what will they do with extraterrestrials, right? So we have to grow a little more in consciousness and grow out of this fear attitude. And then if we come back into love, or unconditional love, then we are ready for open contact.
Yes.